Welcome back to Sip, Spill, and Solve, the podcast where two girlfriends, we sip wine, we swap wild stories, and occasionally we solve a mystery. And today's episode is episode 5, which is a little unhinged, a little unfiltered, and definitely unforgettable. So we're calling it Machete's Menopause and Missing at Sea, okay? Because we're talking about a woman with a machete, a missing cruise ship passenger, and two menopausal women, that would be us, trying to make sense of it all.
Oh, we're in trouble.
We're sipping today on something that you can pick up anywhere. This is a TikTok fan favorite.
Ooh,
yeah,
look at us.
Yes, it's Stella Rosa, and this is Moscato, and it has bubbles. Once again, after our catastrophic episode 4,
Yeah,
which I think we might need to explain.
yeah,
a disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
So here's the thing.
Go with it. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Our last episode, we had to record twice, right? And we told you what bubbles do to us.
Yeah.
So the first time through, first of all, it was funnier, but then we realized that we had a horrible echo, and then we had to do it again. But when we did it again, we were already one bottle deep into said champagne.
Oh, yes. Which affects us in both of us.
Yes. I think it's like Vu. Oh, shoot, I had it. I asked the lady at the wine and spirit store yesterday what it was. And now I can't remember. But anyway, we won't even go back to that. But anyway, so we apologize, but not really.
Right. It's who we are, but
it's drunk history except with wine. There we go. All right. So anyway, what I'm tasting on this one.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would say it's sweeter.
it is.
It's sweeter than, I'm a dry.
Space.
So it's like pear and apple.
Yeah.
I think. What did you say? It costs around 17?
Yes, 17. Actually, this I bought at our local grocery store, but you can buy it at any wine store.
Wines are sold. All right. Well, I'm cool with that. So anyways,
So grab a glass.
yeah.
And or at least grip the steering wheel like it is a stemless glass of Merlot.
Yes, there you go. So anyway, I'm going to read the dumb criminal case.
Yes, this is a good one.
This one's hysterical. Well, we think
it is.
We think it's funny. So this is the wine. What the hell? And WTH. Wine, and WTH.
Yes.
Okay. So here you go. A 31-year-old woman from Menopause, which is in Australia. Yeah. She was arrested, and this is back in the 90s, like 98. I think. So anyway, after she broke into a service station on Grand Junction Road, just so in case any of our Australian people know where it is, around 3 p.m., and she was armed with a machete.
Machete she don't mess with.
According to police, she demanded money. She then bizarrely made off with Skittles and M&Ms before fleeing on foot. Okay? Just hold your comments until I'm done, all right? So during the chase, she allegedly threatened officers, forcing them to draw tasers before subduing her. The machete was recovered, and she was taken to a hospital on a stretcher following her arrest. Police say she'll face aggravated robbery and weapons charges over the incident, all for a haul of candy worth just a few dollars.
I am a chocoholic, so Skittles I can't say.
Man, I'm the Skittles.
Oh, see, okay, so we both could do this. We both
could taste the rainbow.
But a machete, they're heavy.
Well, they're heavy. And
yeah, like that's a little extreme.
It's a lot extreme. Oh. It's a lot extreme. But I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. So she's like, forget the register.
Yeah.
I'm here for the Skittles and M&Ms.
She had a purpose.
She had a purpose.
She had a sweet tooth and zero brain cells.
I mean, we all have this. I want to say perimenopausal. We're past that.
Yeah.
Right. But your estrogen drops and suddenly you're willing to risk a felony for the taste of the rainbow. Like, I don't get it. I totally don't get it. And I think this is funny because it says the police caught up with her nearby. She threatened them.
Oh my gosh.
Which got tasers pulled. I said, so nothing yells like, sugar crush.
Yeah.
Like yelling at the cops and holding a machete in a bag of candy.
Yeah. And think about all this for M&Ms and Skittles.
Just a couple bucks.
Yeah.
And then here's another thing. This is hysterical. So she gets taken out on a stretcher, right? Like a diva. A diva. She is not handcuffed in the back of a cruiser. She's like full stretcher. She just fainted from a Victorian novel.
But I wonder if she's eating her.
Yeah, did they at least let her keep the candy? No, I don't know. But the moral of the story is, if you're gonna make a rob a gas station, maybe like grab the cash and the
that I could see,
or at least throw in the peanut butter cups.
Yeah. Oh yes,
Then I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a definite with peanut butter cups. Yeah. Or even Snickers.
M&Ms are so pedestrian. They're so like yesterday.
Yeah.
That's not true. But I shared this with Ed,
Right.
And his first comment to me was like, "Well, were they peanut or plain?"
Well, that's true. Do you like M&Ms?
I'm not a fan. Okay, this is the diva in me.
Okay.
I can't eat like pedestrian chocolate.
Oh.
I get an allergic reaction to it. Like my throat gets all gummed up if I have cheap chocolate.
Oh. Have you ever tried Dubai chocolate?
No.
Oh my gosh.
How do you get to Dubai?
We found it when we were in someplace, and it is, so I think you can get it through Amazon.
Oh, really?
I think so. But it is fun. It's like that, like I tell people in Germany, I think it's Germany has, or sweet, or they have a special kind of chocolate that melts in your mouth. Yeah.
Not in your hands. Are we, see, it is M&M's.
Unfortunately, aren't we like the chocolate capital? I mean, we're near Hershey.
Near Hershey. Yeah. Hershey chocolate does it to me. It's like gunky for whatever reason. Now we had an exchange student, from Norway.
Ooh, okay.
So his name was Rene. And Rene, his mom would send him candy over from Norway to share with us, but he would not share with us. Like she came over to visit one time and she commented on all the candy she sent for us. I'm like, I have not seen one piece of candy.
Seriously, and he was staying with you? Yes. Okay, now that could have been cause for Machete.
And then I went down my Machete, and that was all there was to it. No, but and she was like, "Oh, Renee," like funny boy, and I'm all pissed off because I'm like, this is good. So I said all that to say that their gas station chocolate is so far superior than, because he's like, "Oh, we just get these at the petrol, whatever it was." So I'm like,
yes,
but that did not cause my throat, like that kind of,
Now, do you prefer dark chocolate or milk chocolate? Or no difference.
No, I like milk chocolate, but that tends, maybe it's the milk that's in the chocolate. Like I'm better with a dark chocolate.
See, I am too. I prefer, but a lot of people don't like because they say it's bitter.
Well, yeah, it does.
But I like it, especially with wine.
Yes, it pairs well. With
it will pair well with a Stella Rosa.
That's how I view everything in life. Does it pair well with wine?
It's true. Kiki does.
Like here, eat this potato chip. Would you serve that with a white or a red, or possibly a Viva Cable? I don't even know. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it for the Machete girl.
The Machete. She was caught. She
went out on stretcher like a diva she was. Yeah. And I can say, like, menopause does mess things up. I mean, now she was in her 30s, so I would say she's probably
PMS it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, chocolate. Oh, yeah,
that could have been a PMS situation. Yeah. Like, I don't have any money. I'm just gonna grab the Machete.
Oh yeah, I can see it. There were times when I used to PMS. Watch out.
I kind of forget sometimes. Although I have to say that even as a menopausal woman, I can tell like what time of month I should be getting my period.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yes.
I get a little cranky and a little mean.
Yeah. You almost get the symptoms that And wait, I do crave chocolate.
But I'm a chocoholic. See, I would much rather have a Skittle over chocolate. I'm like that. I like gummies, anything that's chewy, sweet, or anything like that. I could pop down a bag of Skittles if nobody says it.
Really?
Yes. Yum.
Oh, no, I like them, but
you're more the chocolate.
And
I have the M&Ms, and I'll take the
Skittles. We'll do that.
So next time we decide we're going to go rob,
Turkey Hill or something.
Yeah, but now that they sell wine, watch out.
Oh, yeah. Kiki will be in the Turkey Hill. Does this pair well, Gee?
Well, I'm holding the Machete. Come on, tell me now. So that's our wine, and what?
Yeah.
So let's move on to our serious case,
yes,
which is our uncorked mystery.
We're shifting the gears, and we're going from a sugar high to a saltwater mystery.
Oh, speaking of like saltwater taffy, like how do you feel about it? I'm sorry.
Okay, now I don't care for salt. Sorry. Do you like saltwater taffy?
I like that the peanut butter saltwater taffy. I forget what that's called, but it has like taffy. It's like like taffy on the outside and then like a little peanut butter on the inside. Do you remember those?
I do remember those. I haven't had them for years.
And they're in an orange, like wax paper thingy.
Yeah, they used to be big around Halloween, didn't they?
I like those. I mean, I'm okay on saltwater taffy, but with my, aging teeth, all that thing, I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, same.
So, sorry.
We went off.
Oh my goodness. So, okay. So can I just say this before we end this? Because we have both been listening to many podcasts and like trying to do like research on these crimes that we're going to talk about. However, I want to go back to the disclaimer of that with zero qualifications.
Yeah.
Because I know like some of these like some of them they're super serious.
Yes.
And like we want to talk about these, but I'm just like, I'm not that serious.
No, we're not.
Do you know what I mean? Like
we want to have fun and we take these seriously.
Yes.
Unsolved.
So I guess maybe I'm saying that as far as like fact checking and stuff like that. Like we're doing the best we can.
Exactly.
Under the situation, under the circumstances, under the wine situation, the circumstances. So we're doing the best we can. Yeah. So we'll give you the facts as we have learned them. Take it as you may. And if you want something that's a little deeper, a deeper dive, maybe check out some of the podcasts that we like. I like Crime Junkie.
Yeah,
shout out to Crime Junkie.
Yeah,
I really enjoy her podcast or their podcast. And there's a couple
True Crimes. Yes, Crimes is another one that is very good. So hats off to them too. I mean, they do a good job, and that is where we get a lot of our information.
Yes. The research and the digging and there's some we'll talk about one on our next episode that I feel like I could get into and actually like go deep diving, like become a detective myself. But at this point, you and I are just kind of like reporting.
Yeah, we are, and we're giving you the information, and then we try to give you what we think also, and we want to post, like we said, on our social media on where you can, if anything, where you can,
if you do have
if you do have information,
right? Because who knows where this, hopefully you're listening to this podcast, you might have, these are like actual people.
Oh, yeah.
That most of them have not been found. Some have, but most of them have not. And so you might see them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there is that possibility. So we will, I will figure out how to put all that into the show notes.
Yeah.
And you told me to do that last time. And I'm so sorry.
we're still getting, we're on episode 5.
We have a big old learning curve. Yeah. So, but anyway, so today, we're talking this crime is, we're talking about Amy Lynn Bradley.
Yes.
She's a 23-year-old woman who vanished from a cruise ship in 1998.
Yes.
And did you read, I forget what the year is. That's why I keep saying, I forget, but that, like over 200 people have disappeared off a cruise ship within the last so many years.
Shocked that was that.
I am never doing a cruise.
Well, I've done a cruise. And honestly, I know I'm going to probably get hate for this because I have a lot of friends who are like avid cruisers.
Yeah.
It was okay. I didn't care for it. I'm not anxious to go back on a cruise.
Yeah. I think it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people,
but a lot of people love it. I'm not,
right. Well, yeah. We're not dissing it. And probably at our ages, we are perfectly safe.
Right.
We're not going to be, anyway, I want to give anything away. Can we just say that with Amy, so Amy
23.
Right. She had just graduated from college.
Yes. In Virginia.
Right. In Virginia. And she was going to start her first job.
Yeah. She actually had just also gotten a puppy from SPCA.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. But she hadn't picked it up yet. She was picking it up when she got, so at first they were saying like maybe it could have been suicide or we'll get into it, but she had just graduated. She had just gotten this puppy. She had just
so,
got a job. I mean,
and I believe that was like her family was like a celebration. Like her parents were anything like I am with my kids. It's just like it might be your last chance as a family before like your kids get married or whatever to celebrate and to do a family vacation together.
Yes,
so I completely get that. But I had heard that she didn't want to go.
Oh, no. At first, I did hear that. She had reservations about going because I think with everything going on in her life, but I think that she didn't want to be out in the middle of the ocean. Yes.
She couldn't get away from things. And that brings me to I want to ask you this question. Like, so sometimes, you talk about women's intuition like how to distinguish between just maybe having a fear of trying something new or is it a gut feeling that you should listen to? Like, how do you know the difference?
Honestly, it's hard, but I always say there have been times when my gut talks to me, that deep down gut. And usually it's right. You know, or I've done something and I've said, I should have listened to my gut. I completely ignored it. So it's very interesting because I also think a lot of women have more of an intuition with their gut.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know any men that have that kind of a gift, but it's one of those things where it's so subjective to, like, I don't know, like, cause I'd be like, I don't want to do bungee jumping, right? Because I'm scared of it. Right. So that's one thing. But if I have a feeling, I have a bad feeling about this. If I do this, I just have that's kind of like different.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And then also you do toy with fears. Am I just being like, just because it's the unknown, it's something I haven't tried? Am I just...
Right.
But I usually, I really think if you feel something in that gut.
Yep.
Then.
Yep. And like my husband's gotten to like trust my gut. Like,
yes,
which is funny because then he'll be like, things have happened. And when I've said, I don't know. And then things have happened. And so, he trusts me more now. If I say, I just don't think that, I just have a bad feeling we shouldn't do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes those are hard decisions.
Yeah, they are, because you don't know. Yeah,
so she had that feeling. Her brother talked her into it.
Yes.
From what I understand. He talked her into it because he said, we'll have a great time. It'll be fantastic.
Yes.
And I think the first 2 days on the ship, they did have a fantastic time.
They did. And then it was the third day, wasn't it? That,
well, I think the second day they had a dinner. They went to a dinner. And then on a cruise ship, they take your pictures.
Yes, this was...
Did you hear that? So Tina and I, we don't compare notes.
No, we don't. So and we don't even compare what we're listening to.
No.
We just,
But did you hear it? So that the pictures came back and you have dinner, and then, so you had the pictures taken before dinner.
Yes.
Evidently you have dinner. Mm-hmm. And then when you come back, your pictures are posted.
Yeah.
And then you can determine which ones you want to buy. And all the pictures in her family with her in it were gone.
And the photographer said he had put pictures up there.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have put the family without the daughter.
No.
I'm just picturing they probably have pictures of just like the mom and dad.
Right. They did probably just the brother and just Amy and
a brother. I think it was a brother and Amy together.
I think so.
And then the family together.
Anyone with, like, you could see the brother, the parents got their picture, but when the mother went to ask I think it was the mother that asked, but the photographer said, I put him up there.
Right. So that's a weird thing.
Yeah. And also, now, I don't know if you heard this too, Amy had said, like, one night at dinner that she was getting some creepy vibes from some of the servers. Yeah. Yeah. She didn't specify, but she had told her parents. So that was a little interesting.
It's very, because I feel like she was targeted. I think from the beginning.
Yeah, I think so.
But so let's continue.
Yes.
All right. So they went to the family went to like a calypso party, like on the top deck. And I think it was about 1 a.m. where the dad decided to call it, as if they were my age, I would be 1 a.m. I'm like, hey, yeah. So, dad and mom, they go back.
Yes.
And then the brother and sister, Amy and her brother, they go to end up in a nightclub.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was this band playing.
Yeah.
That was called the Blue Oyster?
I think it was Blue Oyster.
Yeah. Bubbles. I can just say bubbles again. We do not learn. Anyway, Blue Orchid.
That's
Blue Orchid. Yeah, it's a Blue Orchid. And evidently the bass player, I forget his name, was
Alistair, yeah. But then he had a nickname too.
Yellow was his nickname. She was seen
dancing.
Dancing with him.
Having a good time with him. Yeah, they hit it off.
So the brother went back to the room at about 3:35.
Yeah.
In the morning. I think that's when his passkey was swiped. Yes. He goes back and he's sitting out in the balcony. So they have a nice room, and they have a balcony out there. Yeah. And contrary to not popular opinion, but you just think of people falling overboard. But those rails are high. Like 3.5 feet high.
Yeah.
Because of that situation.
Yeah.
So it's not that much later that then Amy, and there's video of her waiting for the elevator.
Yeah.
And she comes up.
Yep.
She
takes it to the room.
Yep. So they're on the deck.
Yep.
Chatting, and then I guess the dad wakes up. He can see them from his bed, and he's like, kids are back.
Yeah. Going back to bed.
Going back to sleep.
Yeah.
But when he wakes up a half hour later.
Yes.
Well, I guess the brother must have gone to bed. And Amy was out there by herself.
Yes.
So when he woke up at 5:30, it was just Amy he saw. He wakes up again at 6. Something startled him awake. He doesn't know what it was.
He doesn't know.
Her cigarettes and her lighter are missing, but her shoes are there.
Yeah.
And she's
missing. Yeah. So the last time he actually saw her was on the balcony at 5:30 in the morning. And then at 6:00, something startled the dad, and he went, and she was missing. But yeah.
So I don't think he had a great feeling about it.
No.
So it's a ship, I believe, that had 10 floors on it.
Yeah.
So he went to look for her.
Yes.
On this huge ship.
Yeah.
Which, if you've never seen a cruise ship before, they are massive.
And there's so many hallways and places and
I would.
But I think he went to where she was, probably the pool, places.
She went out to smoke a cigarette.
Yes.
And he couldn't find her. So evidently he comes back then and he wakes up his wife.
Yeah.
And she said in later testimony, evidently, that she barely recognized him. He was so frazzled.
Yeah.
So he must have realized that for whatever reason, parental instinct made that's another instinct that something was definitely wrong.
Yeah. And so then they went with the brother, of course, and then they went to the captain or the security team. And we are only hearing supposedly this cruise ship, which was Royal Caribbean, were not very, they kind of said, oh, she'll show up. They were lackadaisy, let's just say.
Right.
She'll show up. And so the family...
They wanted them to put out a speaker thing, and they did not want to, quote unquote, spook the guests.
Yes. And this was a Caribbean cruise where they were going to different islands. So they were actually landing in Curacao.
Right.
And so they had arrived and the family wanted the ship not to have anyone go off. They wanted to search.
Right. Because they weren't finding her anywhere.
Yes. And the ship didn't want to alarm the people.
Right. Yes.
Wonder now again, I think more safety regulations have been put in place, more standards. I think that's what I did since 1998. So people at this point were going up the ship or going about their business.
Right.
And that's a little bit disconcerting too.
Right. Well, then they said that after they got off the ship that the crew did search the boat. So they didn't find her.
Right.
And so they said to the parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bradley, we searched the ship. If she's in Curacao, is that how you say Curacao? And you might want to get off the ship and go look for her. As far as let the ship leave and you stay in Curacao.
Yeah, which I was a little mad.
Yes. I mean, can you imagine you're searching for your daughter. Yeah. You don't know, nobody's really, they're not really helping you.
No, she could have been passed out in the ship.
Right.
Or hurt in some kind of...
Well, they were under the impression that it was being searched and being searched well.
Okay.
Well, we come to find out later it was not. Okay. They just looked in the common areas and the bathrooms, right? Mm-hmm. So, and there was no sign of foul play in the room.
No.
Let's just say that.
No.
And if she had fallen overboard, they were close enough to the island that it wasn't that deep. And she was a strong swimmer. She was on her swim team at school.
She played basketball. She was an athlete too.
Yeah. So the family decides to stay on the island. Yeah. And so the ship leaves. Yeah. They're stuck. I can't even imagine. They don't even know what to do.
No.
So I guess they contact the American Embassy is how that goes. Bottom line was they realized their mistake when they found out the ship wasn't really searched, that they needed to get back on that ship.
But unfortunately, as a parent, you are trusting the security team or the ship. So I can't fault you're also your mind is I don't even want to think about it. But
on that. Because, right. Yeah. You don't know what is the right thing to do.
No.
And if you're listening, to the cruise ship people and they're not, they're not American, they don't have the same jurisdictions, whatever. I don't know. So I would just would have been a complete and total wreck.
Oh, me too.
Oh my gosh. I would have been so spazzing, having anxiety attacks and
everything.
So, but they ended up getting back on the ship.
Yes.
But I forget, they had to get a flight to...
the next island, was it Aruba or St. Thomas? Okay.
Thomas. So they got back on the trip.
St. Thomas.
And then they hear from 2 girls on the ship that they had seen Amy that morning at 5:45, I think.
Yes.
Back wherever it was with Yellow from the night before, and he was giving her some kind of a dark drink.
Yes. Yeah. They did interview all the bandmates, or I guess then the FBI started getting involved. Okay.
Yeah.
So then they were interviewing. Now, this is allegedly, but supposedly after they interviewed this band member named Yellow, he comes out of the interview room and says, well, I passed it. So, and he was kind of joking, which he's either very tasteless or. Yeah. So that sent up red flags to me.
Well, and then a couple years later, I think it's a couple years later, I don't want to fast forward, but the brother, he remembered. So they didn't even know that she was missing till like after 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Yellow comes out and says to him, like a little bit before 6 somehow, I'm sorry about what happened to your sister, right? And nobody knew, like nobody was told that, nobody even knew she was missing.
Yeah.
So, but he didn't, in the heat of the moment, like he didn't remember.
Right. You're in shock.
So, So this Yellow guy, I'm not digging him.
I'm not either.
Who goes by the name Yellow?
Yeah. And I just, the whole thing. I didn't.
So, how I'm trying to think of the whole timeline here.
Yes.
Because she ended up, I think it was in August of 98.
Yes.
So that was like 5 months later, I think it was.
Yes.
Something like that. So a scuba diver reported seeing a woman on the beach who resembled Amy.
Yes.
He said the woman had tattoos matching Amy.
Yep.
And including a Tasmanian devil on her shoulder that she designed herself. And that she there was 2 burly men with her on either side of her.
Yes.
So, and that he said that she looked like she wanted to say something to him.
Right.
But these guys came along and manhandled her away.
And then also there was someone in the Navy.
But this was a couple years later.
This was a couple years later that this man in the Navy went to a brothel in Curacao. And I believe it was Curacao, but he went to a brothel and he did not report it until a while after because he wasn't allowed to do that.
He wasn't allowed to be in a brothel.
Yeah. So he had to wait till he was out of.
And he only thought of it because he saw a documentary on TV.
Yeah.
That jogged his memory.
This woman really swore up and down. This woman even had some tattoos that resembled the Tasmanian and really resembled Amy. Yeah. And she was very scared looking.
Well, she talked to him.
And she said her name was Amy.
My name
something.
Is Amy Bradley, and I need your help.
Yes.
And evidently he said there's a naval, the ship down the road, go get help from them. And she said, I can't, you don't understand. And then she was again approached by 2 men. So scary. I mean, this is a very convoluted story because things came out later where people they were reporting, but every time they saw her, it was in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, one of the islands. And then also, I think it was on a website, how you can, her face was on website too.
It was like a prostitution.
Yes. And she looked even her hair was different. It was longer. It was, and a lot more makeup, but you could,
And they said she looked rough.
Yeah. But really you could tell that it really is very similar. To her.
Once again, by the time they had that clue, that brothel had burnt down.
Okay.
Yeah. So they couldn't even go and find the brothel.
It's just
one of those cases that never leaves you. So I can't imagine, we talk about these things with, Aisha Degree about how the parents must feel and then knowing that your daughter has probably been kidnapped and is in a sex trade.
Yeah. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we agree on this one that we both are feeling that is, I think maybe even the band, the Yellow, could have sold her. To be honest, I'm thinking
I think they definitely targeted her.
Yes.
And
from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this is something, because it was done so well, I'm sure it's something that had been done before.
Yeah.
Right. That's a scary thing.
200. That's a lot.
It's a lot of people gone missing.
Yeah.
A lot of people gone missing. And then, I mean, things have happened through the years where, the family was approached by what do you say? I want to call him
shyster. I mean,
it's a mercenary, like type of thing that I can go in, I can find her, I can go down to the island, and they paid him all this money.
They did
all this other stuff, and here he was just scamming them.
Yeah,
so sad.
People like that are also scum to me. I mean, you don't toy with
people's actions like that, and then it's just so much wrong with all of that.
Yeah. So
the family still hopes for her safe return.
Right. We will get that loaded, the link or whatever.
Yeah.
Because there's still, and probably maybe a picture of her too, because I mean, it has been since 1998, but hey, there's hope there
is always hope. And, and that, leads you to go into the whole, sex trafficking thing, which we didn't really know in 1998.
No.
I mean, nobody was really, really aware of that. No. Not like we are today, and so I feel like that's something that, I don't know, it's your worst nightmare for your child. I said, I think I'd rather my child have been killed than to know that they're being, abused in that kind of situation.
Agreed.
And like when, once they get older and, aren't as attractive or like lose their looks, or, do they have to pop out babies? Like what's going on? Like, are they keeping them alive? I just don't even know. So anyway, that's our stuff.
Yeah, so whether you're raiding the candy aisle,
right,
or boarding a cruise ship,
like maybe don't.
Yeah.
maybe don't. And if you do, leave your fingers off the Skittles. Your fingerprints off the Skittles, or your fingers and your fingerprints off the Skittles. I don't know.
Yeah. I have a shout out though, because our winner is from Samantha won last week. Yes. And this winner is from the state of Virginia. This will be Trisha.
And what did Trisha win?
She won a tumbler.
And why did Trisha win it?
Well, she posted a wonderful review, but she also gave us an idea for a future episode.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. So
we love that. If you guys have ideas, please let us know, because that's what keeps things going.
Yeah. Post it on Facebook, on the Sip, Spill, and Solve Facebook page, Instagram, if you want to send it to our Gmail, or also just text Kiki and myself.
Yeah, and you can text right from Buzzsprout.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea.
There's a send a text. You can send us a text. Okay. We will be happy to respond. The other thing that's kind of exciting coming up, can we talk about it?
Yeah, go.
Is our sip shop. Our sip shop. So we are going to be having merchandise, and it's kind of going to be a little surprise. We'll launch it and let you guys know. But just think about the cute stuff you can wear, and all that fun stuff. We'll be launching that hopefully within the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I think
at the latest.
Yeah,
and it'll be in plenty of time before the holidays, and support us here at Sip, Spill, and Solve. So anyway, so new episodes every Wednesday. Don't forget to check us out, like we said, on Instagram _spill-solve, or Facebook is the same. Or you can email us at sipspillsolve@gmail.com. So raise your glass to the weird, wild world we live in.
Yeah, cheers.